Hi everyone, I'm Tristan, and today we're going to look at Toeic Speaking Part 1, which is reading a passage. Now today I'm going to give you some information and tips to improve your score. Wow, that's great. All right, so let's get into it. Now, one thing to realize is that the assessors or the people marking are focusing on three main things. They are focusing on intonation. So does your voice go up? Does your voice go down? Okay, they're focusing on stress. So are you stressing the right syllable in the word? Are you stressing the right word? And three, they're actually focusing on clarity. Is it understandable? Are you being clear enough? All right, now when you do Toeic Speaking Part 1, they will give you a reading passage and you have 45 seconds to prepare. You should use that time wisely. So let's look at an example reading passage here. It looks quite long. All right, now if you want to pause the screen, you can to look more closely at it. But now let's get into the tips. Now, tip 1 is you want to sound like you have a personality. You are not a robot, I don't think. This is not you. So you have to stress the important words, stress the important syllables or the main syllables, and also you have to have accurate and correct intonation. So here are some tips. For yes/no questions, place upward intonation at the end. So your last focus word, you want to have upward intonation. And I'm going to give an example. So this is from the reading passage. It says, "Are you a global company needing to deal with many foreign currencies?" Notice I went currencies, currencies. This is because this is a yes/no question. So I want to focus on the last word usually and have upward intonation. Notice that? Currencies. All right, let's look at another example. Here I have two words I want to focus on, low and high. I'm going to put upward intonation here because these are yes/no questions. Okay. Do you find your bank's exchange rates too low and their service fees too high? Low, high. That's because these are yes/no questions. Do you understand? Do you understand? Notice I'm rising. Now, it's okay to exaggerate this in Toeic because they are looking for it. So on yes/no questions, have upward intonation, usually on the last word because that's usually the focus word. All right, the next key thing is think about where you will pause. In the 45 seconds before you read, start thinking about areas you will give either a longer or a shorter pause. Now, obviously, you're going to pause between a period, you're going to pause before a comma, and sometimes before a preposition or adjective clause. Now, I'm going to give you an example where I see in this sentence, I have a comma. So I'm going to give a small pause before and. So I'm going to read this whole sentence. Do you find your bank's exchange rates too low and their service fees too high? Notice that pause before and, because I have a comma. They will look for that. Let's look at a more difficult one. When you have a very long sentence, you're probably going to pause somewhere. Maybe you're running out of breath. Maybe you just want it to be more understandable. So here, I'm going to pause before the adjective clauses. One of the adjective clauses starts with combined, and the other starts with that. So I'm going to pause before these words. So let's take a listen. We'll satisfy all your foreign exchange requirements with our one-to-one service, combined with our always available online webpage that includes instant quotes. Notice I had a small pause before combined and a small pause before that. Now I might put the pause somewhere else. Maybe I might put it before with, but this shows that I understand the context of the sentence and it's clear. All right, the next thing is to put stress on content words. Content words are verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and anything negative. Now, this is a simple explanation. If you want to do more research on content words, that's fine. But content words, I go bigger. So I'm going to give you a bad example, a poor example, when I read this sentence. Okay, are you ready? Then take your business to rapid exchange. I sound like a robot. This is not natural. I want to focus on the content words. So here, I'm going to stress take, business, rapid, and exchange. And probably my focus word or my biggest stress will be on exchange. So take a listen. Then take your business to rapid exchange. Then take your business to rapid exchange. Notice I don't say your, I say your, because I'm not stressing it. Instead of to, I just said to. Then take your business to rapid exchange. So I put more stress on content words. This is important. All right, next tip. In the 45 seconds, be aware of longer words in the reading and think about how you're going to pronounce them and what syllable you're going to stress. So we see this example and we see two words that are quite long, which is requirement and available. So I might notice those and think about what syllable I'm going to stress. Now notice in requirement, I stress the second syllable, requirements, requirements. And in available, I also stress the second syllable, available. So I'll read the whole sentence. We'll satisfy all your foreign exchange requirements with our one-to-one service, combined with our always available online webpage that includes instant quotes. So notice I had some time. I used that 45 seconds to prepare for those difficult words. All right, tip 3. Be aware of your pronunciation challenges. So actually try to get feedback. Understand what letters or sounds are hard for you. For example, the letter L is often difficult for people from many different countries because it's a new sound. So think about, how do I pronounce L? Well, your tongue is just behind the teeth, touching the ridge, and the sound comes out the side of the mouth. Oh, like, lot, live. People make mistakes and they go, like, lot, live. But you want that clear pronunciation, so practice. So if you need to train your mouth. So think about what letters or sounds give you problems. Maybe it's TH, think, thought, this, that. But focus on your weakness. And tip 4, be confident and loud enough. When you are doing this section of Toeic speaking, don't be too quiet. Don't say, we'll satisfy all your foreign exchange requirements. Talk, be confident, have volume. All right, so to finish off, I'm gonna read this whole section and and of course I'm a native speaker, so you don't have to be perfect, but notice how I put proper intonation, I stress content words, I'm very clear with my delivery, and I have strong pauses. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. Are you a global company needing to deal with many foreign currencies? Do you find your bank's exchange rates too low and their service fees too high? Then take your business to Rapid Exchange. We'll satisfy all your foreign exchange requirements with our one-to-one service, combined with our always available online webpage that includes instant rate quotes. We even pick up and deliver your checks and drafts. Give us a call today. All right, it's ridiculous. I know this activity is uncomfortable, but using these tips will help you increase your score. All right, everyone, have a great day. Bye.